Hey guys, just quickly before I start, this time when I was recording it, it was recording to cloud, so it was incredibly difficult to edit. In future, I'll strive to make sure it's more quick and concise, but this time you're getting pretty much the raw video from me doing the cube, so enjoy. Alright, so here we are. We are on Magic Arena. I saw that there was an Arena cube sealed up, so I thought that I might, give it a try out. As far as I know, it is just a mishmash of all of the cards that are on Magic Arena. They've taken the best and put into a sealed. I really wish you could draft it. Alright, so here's all the cards that I've opened. I'm going to quickly scroll through them so that you can see all of them. Then I'm going to build a deck and then we'll get to playing. I won't stream the entire process of me going, do I want this card? Do I want to put one back? Do I want to get a different card? I don't think that would make for very exciting entertainment. But you can have a look as I'm scrolling through all the cards that I have got. Can I make it bigger? Only that much bigger. Scrolling through. Yeah, there's definitely some good ones here. But I will be back in a second when I... Alright, so the deck that I decided to play was a red-green aggressive deck. So it starts off with, Lanoa Elves into a bunch of 2-drops, some 3-drops. I have 4 powerful mythic rares. None of them are notably very aggressive. But we have Embercleave as well, so if I want to play Embercleave, I need a whole bunch of attacking creatures. So I had to play, a Rimrock Knight. I had to play a Woodland Champion, which I wouldn't normally want. Woodland Champion has pretty good synergy with, because with this, it says one or more tokens enter the battlefield. So Captain Lannery Storm making treasure tokens will trigger it. Legion Warboss will trigger it. Tibble will trigger it. Treasure Map will trigger it if it flips. So on and so forth. Goblin Trashmaster, it synergizes with Warboss because Warboss makes goblins. The other choice that I had was to play white. If I played white, I would get Tajik, I would get Captain Sisse, I would also get, God's Willing, or... If I played white instead of green, I could get a few of these cards. But Cavalier of Thorns and Biogenicus are both very powerful. Clothis is very powerful, especially with, the triple devotion cards of Cavalier and the other Cavalier. So I kind of like the way this looks. I can change my deck at a later time, I believe. So I will probably do that if something goes wrong. The only thing that I'm not sure is if I should have been red-green or red-white. My white 2-drops don't actually do very much. When I play green, I get Elf, Pelt Collector, Elvish Visionary, Woodland Champion, as opposed to 1-1 that does nothing, 1-1 that does nothing, 2-1, 2-1. That's about it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll boot it up. I have 2 dual lands that make white. So if I did want to splash white, it would be possible. But for now, I'm just going to go with straight red-green. And then I'll see how we go. I'll be with you in the first round. Alright, so we're here in round 1. I am going first, and this is my hand. It's decent. I have a removal spell. I have another removal spell. And this, I'm never going to make a token with it unless I really have to. I have Shadow Spear and Trashmaster, which isn't good. I'm going to keep it. I could definitely see this kind of hand being a mulligan, but I don't know how... I really don't know how these games are going to play out, so we'll just keep it for now. Yep, nothing much happening so far. Shadow Spear is not a great combo with Pelt Collector, because if I equip it and it gets bigger, it makes it harder to trigger. I may even use Porphyros's Intervention here, because if I make a 3-1 token, it'll trigger this, and then when it dies, it'll trigger it again. To attack for 1... Oh, I should have equipped. Yeah, I should have equipped the Shadow Spear. Missed out 1 damage and 2 life. But, oh well. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't miss out on the life. I outplayed my opponent greatly, or something. Really hope I draw a land here. Okay, got a land, that's good. Look, Goblin Trashmaster isn't winning any awards, but it is better than doing nothing for my whole turn. Yep, I'm gonna hope that this Ox of Agonis gets some good value. Ah, Llanowar Elf. Perfect. I say that jokingly, but I think Elf is probably better than an average card in this position. Even if I have to play Ox and ditch, you know, 2 removal spells, at least I would have something threatening on the table. Wow. I may have to use Perforce's Intervention to kill that. Yep, so you get zapped. I want a land. Khan. I could just play Khan. Play Khan and plus it. Or play Khan and minus it. I think I like playing Khan and plussing it. Start getting value with Khan seems pretty decent. I'm going to hope that I'm able to clear Ral with the Perforce's Intervention. If they plus Ral, have an answer for Khan and also an answer for the token, it's going to be very awkward. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent mills 3 and you draw a card for... Okay, so I'm going to get milled out pretty quickly, which is not ideal. I guess that means that I need to start dealing some damage. This can clear Ral, first of all. So what's more mana efficient? It has 3 loyalty, so I would need to pay 3 mana to do that. Or I could pay 4 mana and get a creature and do it. I think I'm going to minus the Khan. So if I pay... yeah, this works. So if I go X equals 2... kill the Ral. Then minus to make a Scion, which will be a 2/2. Then equip there. Now it's a 3/3. I have a plan. The plan is to put an Embercleave onto this token and hope that it's good enough. If I find a way to make a treasure token, which I have 3, I think, then I can use Resurgence. I think the only way that I'm going to win is utilizing... yeah, I think the only way that I'm going to win is utilizing this construct with Embercleave on it. Mox Amber. Mox Amber's good here. We'll give it that. Ooh, Rimrock Knight. Well, I think I'm all in. I'm all in on the Embercleave. For some reason I thought this was 6 mana. It's only 5 mana. That's better than I thought. Look, it's not quite lethal, but it's getting there. I have hope. That's the important part. And in these trying times, hope is all you really need. Any removal spell will be very good, but given how low they are on life, this other token is going to be pretty threatening. That can't be good. Gain control target creature for as long as it's on the battlefield. But I can move both equipments to this token, so that's fine. Banefire. Okay, so step 1, gain control. Step 2, creatures have to attack. Step 3, each creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. So on their next turn, they're going to attack with everything and force my creature. So anything I play now will have to attack on their turn. We just Ox and get 3 new cards. I really don't want them to get the life off of this. So I could just play Rimrock Knight. Yeah, I'll play Rimrock Knight as a creature. I'm going to use Response to kill the Golem. And then after that, I'm going to equip the equipment onto the Rimrock Knight and try to win that way. I'm not sure if it'll be enough, but it's worth a shot. Okay, so deal 5 to this. Okay, that's step 1 of things that needed to go right. Okay, I'll take 5. It's the old thing, I have lethal if they have nothing. Chances are they have something. Tezzeret won't be good enough. That's only 1 power of blocking. No, and I'll have 8 power coming in. Okay, they have Stomp. I'm not out of it yet, but it's getting less likely as time goes by. Cavalier of Flame, does that do anything? No, because I can't give it haste. How many lands do I have in the bin? A lot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I have a lot of lands. So if they kill this, they die. That seems pretty good. They mill me for so many. If they kill the Cavalier, they just instantly die. So how many cards in deck? Because I don't want to deck myself to the Patient Rebuilding. So I have 13 cards. And every turn I'm losing 4 cards. So on their turn I'm going to go to 10 cards. I'm going to draw to 9. Then I'm going to go to 5 cards. I'm going to draw to 4. Then I'm going to 1 card. And then I'll draw my last card. So I don't want to draw any more cards if I can avoid it. So I'm going to submit 0. Well, they have to stop me from dealing damage to them with this Cavalier without destroying it, which may be difficult for them. And obviously without them taking lethal damage, which the Cavalier is going to represent a lot of damage. You know it's a good sign when they've been drawing this many cards and the first thing they do is, let's draw 1 more. Okay, I'm pretty sure I just win here. So I can equip Embercleave, giving it Trample. Then they have to block with a bunch of stuff. And then I can either kill them with damage or force them to kill the Cavalier. Because I can assign all of the damage to 1 token and have the tokens kill the Cavalier. So that is definitely lethal. So I will do that. Or it could not be lethal, but I'm pretty sure it's lethal. As long as it lets me assign damage. Let me just check. Let's turn off auto-assign combat damage. So I'm currently attacking for 16. and they've put 10 power in front of it. So currently, so on the first combat I can put 8 on the first one, and on the second combat I can put 8 on the second one. And then they will deal 8 to my Cavalier and die. Yep, if I don't do anything, I will deal 8 and then deal... Yep, so all I have to do is put 8 on the first one. Yep, nice, nice, nice. And then put 8 on that one. Yep, and then Cavalier dies, and I'll dome them for a lot. For 7, because I have 7 lands. Yeah, good lesson where you don't always want to deal the max amount of damage. You just want your creature to die. You can do that. Since they're only best of ones, that is round 1, and I will be back in a sec for round 2. Alright, here we are for round 2. We'll keep the deck as it is. It works pretty well there. That was definitely a dicey one. I didn't think about Cavalier when they started milling us of all of our lands. Imagine naming yourself Slain. It's like we've won. You're already slain. Okay, a little bit of an awkward hand. So Thrash lets me shoot something, but also makes a 4/4. I think with this hand I'll probably end up making a 4/4. I'll definitely keep it. Ooh, Elvish Visionary was a good draw. Mainly for Embercleave, it'll allow us to play Embercleave for a cheaper cost. They didn't even kill my elf. That's very polite of them. Everyone nowadays just kills the elf. It's so rude. Alright, so I have 4 mana. I think I am just going to make the beast. I don't know what there is in terms of board sweepers, but I assume that they're all damage based. As in like -3/-3 or so. I don't think there's a mutilate. If my opponent does sweep the board, I still have Cavalier in 2 turns, so I'm not too worried. Maya's Grasp. That is fine. Alright, so I have 5 mana. I only have 1 red though, so I can't double spell with anything other than Cavalier. I can't even play the Embercleave, so that makes it easy. I'll just play the Cavalier. Hopefully getting a red source. Yep, I'll just get Stomping Ground into play tapped. Yep, and next turn I'm representing a quadrillion damage with Embercleave, which is nice. If I draw a red source, I can deal them lethal. Okay, there we go. Yep, attack with 4. They don't block. Oh, not that one. This one. And if they kill my Cavalier, I can just return Biogenic Ooze. So, well, it's unfortunate my opponent didn't actually play anything that game. Maybe they were missing a color. We'll go straight into the next one, see if we can round it out with a full 5 wins. Man, this deck is fun. I feel like the deck I'm playing might be slightly more powerful than what most people will be playing in this event. I'm sorry for mocking you, Embercleave. You've single-handedly won both of the games so far. I didn't think it would be good in my deck with lots of expensive creatures, but turns out that putting it on an expensive creature is a big game. So I'm going first. Clothis doesn't actually do anything until I have stuff in the graveyard. Well, until there are cards in the graveyard, but I'll keep. Has Embercleave. As we've learned, Embercleave can't be beat ever. And if my opponent happens to be on some control deck and I just play Clothis, that's a big game as well. Ooh, am I going to get to go Warboss into Trashmaster? I hope so. No, my opponent has something. How rude. My perfect curve. No! All I wanted to do is to win without even having to think. Now, do I play Warboss and get in one? Or do I play Trashmaster? Playing Trashmaster is more mana efficient. But if I play Trashmaster then draw a land, then I can play Clothis, exile their forest, and then play Warboss as well. Playing Warboss represents a lot of damage with Trashmaster. I think I'm just going to play the Warboss. And who knows, maybe I'll even just have to intervention something this turn. Dungeon Geasts. Ooh, that's good. Rimrock Knight. Ah, well, they probably won't block. Oh, no, they will block. They'll block one of them. Since they have to attack, it's a pretty normal block for them. But in this case, they get pretty blown out. So that's 3 devotion now. So there's no way that I can activate it next turn, I don't think. Or is there? Maybe there is. Because if I use this to get a mana, and I draw a land, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So I can play Trashmaster. Play Trashmaster, attack with 3 creatures, and not be... I won't have enough creatures attacking to Embercleave with Clothis. So if I make a mana... Let me just do some math. Alright, so I made the decision that they're definitely going to block with Night of Autumn this turn. So I'm going to want to Embercleave and get value out of it. So I'm going to play Rimrock Knight. Attack with all, Mentor onto something. Then they're going to block with Night of Autumn, and I'm going to Embercleave, and hopefully that'll be enough. If I had a 3-mana play this turn, it would have been nice to, like, double spell or triple spell. But this worked out well anyway. Man, I'm really sorry, Embercleave. I was thinking of not adding you to my deck, and then I played you in every game, and every game is instantly won. And it's not like I don't know how good Embercleave is. I played against it a lot in Standard. Okay, well here's another decent hand. I'll just keep again. Man, whatever mulligan. All my hands are perfect. The only way this hand would be much better is if this was Llanowar Elf instead of Pelt Collector. I'm a big fan of Khan. My favorite part about him is that he works in decks where you don't have many other artifacts, but he gets a lot better if you have a bunch of random small artifacts. You don't need them. You just can have them if you want. He doesn't feel too oppressive even though he goes up to 6 loyalty. Just a really well-designed Planeswalker overall. If my opponent does nothing on their turn, I might just intervention X equals 2. That would grow my Pelt Collector to a 3-3. Well, I'm definitely not doing that now. I take it back. I lied. Pelt Collector's still going to grow in case I need to use it to thrash something. Destroy pacifism. Is that a legal play? Yes, destroy pacifism. Destroy pacifism? Ah, they didn't do it. Well, no time like the present. Let's start making some constructs. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes people made when Khan was in Standard is not making Scions enough. I would often think to myself, man, how am I ever going to beat them making a bunch of Scions? And then they just would not make Scions. They would just keep drawing cards. Okay, so whenever I play an instant or sorcery, they get a spider. So I want to minimize that. What is the best way to deal with that? I can just Perforce's Intervention, but I would need to spend 4 mana. So that's my whole turn. Thinking. I could just not worry about it. If I make a Khan token, this will be a 4/4, and then I can play Treasure Map. I don't think I need to worry about Arasta just yet. I'm not going to worry about Arasta. It can stay in play. I'm playing red-green. I don't need to worry too much about instant and sorcery interaction. When Treasure Map goes off and I get 3 tokens to buff these, that'll be exciting. Okay, Vanifar, that I'll probably need to kill. Oh, this is instant. I thought the left side was a sorcery. Okay, well, I guess I'll do it now then. Woodland Champion can eat Vanifar. Humph. Yeah, and all I need to do is find Embercleave, and then I win. It's that easy. Ooh, is that good? Not yet, but it will be. So, land. They give me land, makes sense. So next turn I'm going to attack for like 10 trillion. I'm going to flip Treasure Map, get 3 tokens, make a token with Khan, use Resurgence, and just absolutely obliterate my opponent, hopefully. Do I want to use Intervention? Because this is sorcery. I would have to do it now. Maybe just do it to kill Arasta now, and then maybe I can even attack. Yeah, let's just do this now. So X is 3, which makes it deal 6 damage, and I'll deal 6 to the Arasta. And I still have this up in case of any shenanigans. So stop on my opponent's end step. Direfleet. No! Don't do anything good. So they're going to steal my Intervention. Maybe my Thrash. Oh, they're going to use Thrash to use their Knight to thrash my champion. That's fair. I'm still going to attack for a ludicrous amount. And that resolves. Now they could easily attack their Knight into Khan here, and I don't want them to do that. I want them to keep it back on defense. Okay, perfect. Now this, I can put Mountain on the bottom. Untap, draw. No, well I should have done this in my upkeep. So I would have bottomed Llanowar Elf and drawn Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, that would have been good to draw. So they're 5/5s. I can make them 6/6s, which go back to 5/5s. Is it even worthwhile doing Resurgence? I don't think so. Yeah, so I can't attack with them and then after combat use Resurgence because they'll be tapped, which is unfortunate. So if I minus Khan, they're 6/6s. I have to sacrifice a token to give Vigilance and First Strike, which will make them 5/5s again. Yeah, they just get pretty blown out by this, so I'm happy enough with it. This is good enough. Attacking for 20 overall. 20 is a relatively good amount of damage to be attacking for. Yep, so Tenyu. Tenyu? Are you going to take it again? Please do. A wise decision. They could definitely win with a sweeper here. This is essentially what I didn't want. I didn't want my deck to be a mishmash of 4 colors. Alright, so if I clear out a blocker, they have 2 blockers, so they take 6. I could attack with everything and see what happens. Well, not with the elf. Attack with the 3 tokens, see how they block, and then try to blow them out mid-combat. That seems good. They're just going to block, block, block. That's alright with me. Just going to throw everything away, that's fine. I'm not going to draw a card. If I drew a card here, then I would lose one, because they would shrink from 5/5 to 4/4. Okay, Planar Cleansing. That's definitely a good answer. You can't play a triple white card in your 3-color deck. Come on, opponent. Yep, resolve. I'll stomp my opponent. Yep, and just get all my shit into play. This is going to be a hard one for them to deal with. This gives lifelink and trample. Yeah, it's like the mini Loxodon on Warhammer. Now my opponent can definitely win, but they have to have something good. Oh, Visionary. Whoops, I didn't mean to tap like that. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Alright, so we got there. Now, do I have one more win to get? We'll have to see. It's a good place to be, not knowing if you have got all the way there yet. Claim prize. Alright, so I need one more win to round it out. I think I played that game pretty well. The Planar Cleansing would have been a big beating if I had stayed back and been defensive. If I hadn't have used the Resurgence, they would have been able to hold the Planar Cleansing until the board was even bigger. But yeah, Calm. What a wonderful Magic card. Alright, so here we are with our 7-card hand. I just keep drawing the perfect hand. I don't know what it is about this deck. I'm just a perfect deck builder. What can I say? On Champion's even going to get a bonus from Lannery Storm. It's going to be beautiful. I wonder if those cards were ever in Standard together. Wooden Champion and the Legion Warboss are both in Standard now. Interesting that no one's ever played them together. Well, I want to keep my champion around, so I'm just going to crush... Not crush, stomp. Stomp the Foulmire Knight. I assume that the card name Crush is already taken, but Bone Crusher Giant, whose spell is referred to as Crush, would have been a cool card. Ah, yes. Blue, red, black, white, green. Seamless. Well, let's see if you can beat this, opponent. Let's see if you can beat this. I'm going to keep this token around in case I need it. which I definitely will need. If I draw a land, I can play Cavalier and give it haste. Okay, well that is not even going to be remotely close to the right amount. Land? 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 Oh, not a land. So this just gives itself +1/+0. I can play Cavalier, but I can't haste it. If I play Cavalier, then I can attack with Captain Lannery Storm, get a food. Then I can use the food to pump my team. She would get +2, +3, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's very close. I think I might just attack with all three. If they block the Llanowar Elf, I'll just let it die. I don't think they're going to block the Llanowar Elf, so that's fine. Oh, maybe I needed to play something pre-combat, so I'm gonna waste mana now because of this. I forgot that with the mana from this, I can't float it until post-combat. Should still be fine, but that was definitely a mistake. Like, theoretically, if I wanted to play both 3-drops, I would need to have done it earlier. So I'm going to keep Clothis. I'll just sim it 0. You know it's a bad sign when your opponent has one card in hand, you're almost dead, and they keep their card in hand. It's like, oh, uh-oh. So they have Egg that can pop for 3 life, but they really need a sweeper here. If they don't have a way to clear my board, they're just dunzo. Giant Killer, that's a good start. Well, not really a good start since they are currently dead. They wouldn't have been dead if they could have cast the Giant Killer. Because they would have been able to prevent 2 and I would have had 4, 5, 6. They would have had to chump block. So if I play... Okay, if I play Tybalt, make a token, that's 5. So if I Shadow Spear onto Woodland Champion, that's 5, and Tybalt can be 6. So they'll have to chump. Essentially what I'm getting at is I'm not going to be attacking with the Llanowar Elves this turn. I'm going to be equipping, attacking, and playing a 3-drop. Now, Clothis versus Tybalt is actually interesting. Clothis obviously deals 2, but Tybalt prevents life gain and makes the Devil, which will be a lethal threat. So I think I'm actually going to go with Tybalt. Yeah, I like this. Even if they had the Golden Egg in play, then Tybalt would have still stopped that regardless. I don't think my opponent meant to not leave up the ability to cast the Giant Killer. I don't think they wanted to use the egg for it. Yep. The trample for 4, they're on 3, and then it's do or die currently. But since I have Tybalt and I have Clothis, it's not looking good for them. Okay, I highly doubt there's anything that this can do. Whatever. I'll just give them the Thassa in the face down pile. They'll probably take the Thassa. Yep, so that should be game. What I'll do is I will just move this. Yep, that's game. Well, that was nice. Quick and easy 5-0. I wish I could keep playing until I lost one, but unfortunately that's not how it works. Alright, so that was Cube Sealed 1. I really wish there were Cube Drafts, but Cube Sealed is still pretty sweet. If you enjoyed watching, feel free to let me know and I'll do another one. Otherwise, I'm going to, I might play one off stream and see how that works. Yeah, other than that, I will see you around. Peace. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Hold on, wait, I have to claim my prize. Mofolk Mistbinder and Josu Vess. That was not very exciting. I'm going to pretend that they were Ancestral Recalls. Let's go back. Whoa, Ancestral Recall? Nah, just kidding. Alright, see ya all.